He's a coward. He's a degenerate. He's also balding. That's right, Jeremy Hambly from TheQuartering.
Damn, I was so convinced that was me for a second.
One of the techs came across some pictures on a customer's computer
So stupid, dude.
that were of the child variety.
Usually when you say something's of a variety, you keep it on the DL, but he's just like, yeah, it's child. He would be funny if he wasn't a weird right-wing grifter.
First video on TheQuartering's channel describes his want to bring people together through polite discourse. It's time to ban Indians.
These people are like, hey, how come you won't let me sit at the table? Why are you mean to me? Hey, maybe Hitler wasn't so bad.
Jeremy started freaking out on Twitter saying, apparently, one of my IRL friends is a swinger, I guess.
Dude, I feel like you would definitely know that. What if it's like a Donald Trump thing? He knew I've seen for 15 years, but he definitely didn't know about all the pedophiles.
My favorite by far is his feud with the Surf Times. After a while, aided by a few refreshing beverages, he challenged Lance to a fierce debate.
Obviously, what he needs to do is just always be drinking. Not an alcohol problem, but an alcohol solution. We're doing the quartering video. I know we did a lot of quartering lately, but I'm kind of curious about it. And Cameron asked me to react to it, and I've been meaning to for like weeks. There's just been so much going on online and then offline too. You know, so I guess I can't really complain. Things are going decently, I would say. So yeah, it's Content Cop TheQuartering. Just so you guys know, $2 a month membership gives you access to the Discord and VODs after I stop live streaming. And for the $5 a month membership, you get access to exclusive members-only content and pre-releases on some of the video segments. Incredible stuff. Let's go! Whoa! Wow! I've never seen this before.
What we do here is go back.
Like the old days. You guys know that iDubbbz made a new Kickstarter crap video? I wonder if he's getting back to his roots. All right.
Oh, buddy, and welcome back to another episode of Content Cop.
You know, I think if Cameron keeps up the Content Cop stuff, then like at some point people will not even really know that iDubbbz ever did Content Cop stuff. You know what I mean? Like he'll just own it. He'll just like start to own it at a certain point. I think that's kind of like the smart play. Just keep it up, man. Rewrite history. People do it all the time.
Now don't be scared and hold your urine. Don't be pissing on the floor because we got
all right, stop making fun of me, dude, because I cannot hold my piss. Dude, stop. I'm getting old.
a big case to crack. Today's theme on Content Cop is a topic
I actually like to hold my piss for a long time, and then like it feels so good coming out. Sometimes my pee becomes white, you know.
I care a lot about. Free speech. And that's because today's suspect is a real free speech.
Chat, free speech or free use. You know what I'm saying? You know, free speech or free use femboy boyfriend. Girlfriend, maybe? I don't know.
Warrior. He's a coward. He's a degenerate. He e-begs. He loves to play victim. He's very boring. He's also balding. That's right.
Is it me? What the fuck?
He's Jeremy Hambly from TheQuartering.
Damn, I was so convinced that was me for a second.
To summarize Jeremy's content, well, at least the content he's known for, it's essentially him reading an article about something being too woke or whatever, and that's about it. There isn't much he adds to it.
I mean, listen, man. Sometimes you got to catch your bag. What I find funny is the guy kind of like acts like he does like this super hard work, even though he obviously doesn't. You know, that's the funny part. It's like, I've been working so hard. I'm always working. I never take off. And it's like the guy, like, what is the guy really doing though? You know what I mean? He's reading Twitter. So many people read Twitter. I even realized that that's all Shoe on Head does. Not that she doesn't put more work into her stuff. I'm just like, damn, everybody's just reading fucking Twitter.
Makes a bunch of these videos daily, all for some poor sap to stumble upon while looking for something topical online. Ooh. Luckily for Jeremy, he was able to gain success from this boring dogshit content. And
smart play.
That alone warrants a content cop, but that doesn't even touch his blatant hypocrisy and weird behavior. For that reason, I'm gonna give you a very brief rundown of Jeremy's online antics so we can establish a full picture before going further.
up on the couch with you, Donald Trump. Maybe want to go.
Thank you to Coffee
What the hell was that about Donald Trump?
Brand Coffee for sponsoring today's video.
That would be funny if that was true. I would actually fucking shit and cum in my pants.
Nah, just kidding.
I could see him doing it. I could see him being so desperate that he would do it. I saw another the other day that he was doing like he was doing a thing where he was plugging somebody else's coffee, which I thought was just fucking hilarious.
Tried, and it would have been really funny if you agreed to it. I think he was a little too on edge. But for real, a huge shout out to my patrons and members who help make these videos possible. And of course, be sure to smash the cool buttons and follow the social medias. Speaking of social media accounts, Jeremy has had a lot of them. And that's a huge part of what makes this
Not me though, guys. We have one channel, except there's also a Rob and Dan channel where I do a podcast with my wife. Twice a month. We've been doing more on it. We plan to do even more. So just keep that in mind in case you're looking for more really good content with my wife. She's obviously much more entertaining than me. So
guy's so pathetic. Simply put, Jeremy is practically a boat without a sail. A grifter in every sense of the word.
Damn.
He's a bad businessman who relies on his audience to save him from his own failures. Unlike Innuendo Studios, Jeremy's
I feel like there's like a plenty of people on YouTube who just kind of got lucky to some extent, and they think that they're like really good businessmen, and they have like this brand where they they do some kind of content and then they make a bunch of side channels. And then it's like, wow, you really have no business sense. You keep getting yourself involved into different controversies and dramas. Like, what are you doing with that? And associating with like very far right figures. It's a little weird.
problem couldn't be solved by just making more content because, well, Jeremy is a slop factory who pumps out several unoriginal fucking videos per day.
I love being a slop factory, baby. Fuck it.
I know the words slop and grifter get thrown around and misused online all of the time.
I feel like a slop is just like when you post a lot of stuff. I feel like we do a little bit of slop. Maybe we don't. I don't know. I think I would consider it slop. We're having fun. We're having fun, though. You know what I mean? We're just posting. We're having fun. I just don't think I'm something that I'm not. And I think that maybe that's the difference for me.
But if you want a perfect, almost extreme example of both, Jeremy Hambly is your guy. So
I don't know what name is that. Do you think he got bullied for having a name Hambly when he was like growing up? That's kind of fucked up that his parents would make him like have a last name Hambly. At least I think so.
let's run through his attempts at internet fame. Starting in 2007 with his first channel, Be Your Own IT. Now, Be Your Own IT was a channel where Jeremy made basic computer tutorials. You know
what? But that's valid as fuck, I think. Especially back then when nobody really knew how to use computers. I think that was like a good idea.
Type of thing that your great granddad looks up when he can't find the fucking file explorer.
Don't smoke next to your computer. It's that easy.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. When I was younger, I remember I had a laptop and I would put it on my TV stand and I would sit on my bed, which didn't have like a box spring because I would break them because I would just dive onto my bed and I was obese and I still am. And I would put like a picture of like incredibly watered down iced tea because I really like really watered down stuff for some reason. And I would put it up here and it would slowly drip onto my laptop. And it eventually destroyed my laptop. And then what ended up happening is I gave it to my mom and she gave it to her friend at work because she worked for, White Castle and there was like an IT guy. And the guy fixed it and found a tremendous amount of just fucking porn on it. And, she's like, oh, at least he's not gay. So that's interesting. And so like, you know what? I could have used Jeremy Hambly's TheQuartering's advice. It really could have helped me out a lot. Just saying.
More infamous clips is from a video where he gives
I was like 13, so
a serious warning against.
Or maybe I was old. Maybe I was 16. I think I was 16. Because I remember I was playing World of Warcraft at the time. My friend and I, we leveled up to max level, and then we had to like take a break because my computer broke, and we were level 40, and I was a paladin, he was a rogue, so we decided to reroll on the horde next time, though. This was classic WoW era. And I re-rolled a priest, and I played a shadow priest for a lot of classic, and I did a lot of PvP. So cool stuff, huh? Little history lesson for you.
And I don't even want to say it.
It's more of a public service announcement than anything else.
Oh yeah, PSA,
at the office this week, we had a situation where one of the techs came across some pictures on a customer's computer
so stupid, dude.
That were of the child pornography variety.
That is, usually when you say something's of a variety, you're just like, you keep it on the DL, but he's just like, yeah, it's child porn variety. You would just be like, why would you say variety? You say like the inappropriate variety, but not him, not Jeremy. He doesn't understand sayings, I guess.
I don't really know there's any tack way to put that. This video isn't to protect child perverts or anything like that. The point of this video is just to remind people that, as techs We read your emails, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happens.
I would too if I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
So if you have things that you don't want computer text to see, you know, you should delete them or rename them.
What?
I love that clip because you want to know what? He probably wasn't trying to help people with some kind of CSAM material on their thing, but but his brain is just wired so strangely. I think Jeremy, like, legitimately, like, Jeremy's the guy that, like, you would say he's kind of just, he was simple. He's a guy at work that's, like, simple, but if he was born 10 years later, you'd say he probably has, like, super high functioning autism, and his brain just works a little differently. And it's, by the way, super valid. It's such a great but, like, you know what I mean? So, like, his brain heard that. He's like, yeah, you know what? We do read people's stuff. So, guys, be careful. But he's not. He actually isn't trying to talk about, like, CSAM stuff, but his brain just goes there. So it's just so funny. He would be funny if he wasn't a weird right-wing grifter. Like, unironically, it would be kind of amusing if he meant well, but he doesn't. He's a fucking asshole. That's the whole fucking problem with this guy, honestly.
Despite some early traction, the channel didn't last.
But it's like, who's gonna want to be charitable to this guy? Like, why would you want to be charitable to this guy? He's a dick. He's a fucking grifting dickhead.
Giving us the very first version of Jeremy's iconic catchphrase. My channel is under attack. Please help me.
Yes.
He's been e-begging while LARPing as a business-savvy entrepreneur for almost 20 years. And it all started with a video titled, A Sad, Pathetic Cry for Help from Me.
The reason I'm talking to you today, face to face, is because I've
Jack, get ready. I'm gonna have to start doing this grift soon. Okay.
favorite ask. It's not about money. I make probably about 25 cents every 2 days.
Nice. Hey, 25 cents every 2 days. God bless you, dude. I like that.
And it barely covers my hosting costs, and that's fine. It's kind of like my plea with you right now. So if you could share some of those,
Wasn't he like a pattern of like buying and selling channels or something?
the wealth and help, and if we've helped you, help spread the word a little bit.
But after his attempts at pleading for help failed, he sold the channel. And
It makes more sense to plead like back then, because back then, you know, the monetization shit wasn't really where it is now, especially on YouTube. So like now it's pretty decent. Like you can make a decent amount of money. I think they help you with like you know, getting brands to want to sponsor you and shit too. So like a few different things are kind of covered in some capacity, I would say. But nowadays, you know, that's nowadays. But like back then, I kind of understand the begging more.
Then some VC guy bought that channel from me, and I think I got $160,000.
one failure down, he then
Damn guys, I'm selling the Papa Guts channel. Just kidding.
made a channel called RC Nightmare, which actually got a little traction. So he made
Should have stuck to that, dude.
5 more RC toy channels and abandoned all of them when they didn't blow up.
Damn, I feel like I would do something like that. Well, I mean, I imagine people like resonated with the original channel, and then they kept seeing other ones, and they're like, "What is this for?" You know, because sometimes that happens, man. You're just like making a bunch of channels, and you're just, you know, you just don't understand what the fuck you're doing sometimes.
During his spree of making RC channels, he made the MTG Headquarters channel. Yep, no shocker, the guy who looks like this is into Magic the Gathering.
You'd think, you know what's funny? I'm not into Magic the Gathering, but I also don't look like that. I look a little bit different. I don't look as much like a nerd as I think a lot of people think. Yeah, look, one more channel, and you end up like him. True. I was gonna show you guys the thirst traps that I made for my wife the other day when I was wearing her underwear, but that's probably something I shouldn't really do. So I'm gonna opt against it, I think. All right.
Wow. This channel, now named Unsleeved Media, actually gained some traction and hasn't been abandoned by Jeremy, even if he's lucky to even crack 1,000 views these days. Speeding things up thanks to Unsleeved Media's success, Jeremy tried capitalizing by launching 5 more channels, most of them aimed at things for kids, and all of which eventually failed.
Were they things aimed for? Were they aimed at kids, or were they just things that like kids would like Pokemon cards and shit, but like adults really like them as well? Because it kind of makes sense, dude. That's what any, I mean, frankly, decent company is going to do that makes stuff for kids. Kind of is they're going to also try to appeal to adults because the adults are the ones with the actual buying power. So.
Leaves us with his current channels. Well, aside from Unsleeved Media and RC Nightmare. Because after Gamergate, Jeremy would make his most successful channel by far, TheQuartering. This is where Jeremy dipped his toe
This is the girl harassment channel.
into politics, going from anti-SJW topics related to gaming/nerd culture to just right-wing politics. Oh, he also has a second channel for TheQuartering called Jeremy Hambly. He actually used to have a different second channel called Midwestly, which he deleted. Oh, and a
Why does he just keep making the same channel over and over again? I guess I can't fucking say anything.
third channel for his awful live show. Did you get all that?
See, a live show channel makes sense.
That brings Jeremy's total
Jesus Christ.
channel count to a whopping 19. Well, 17 if you only include the channels he still owns / hasn't deleted. So other than the endless failed attempts at internet fame, what else has brought us here today? Well, after turning into a well-oiled slot machine, Jeremy built his career riding the coattails of other right-wing figures like Sargon of Akkad and Count Dankula.
Yeah, and Tim Pool, when Tim Pool got, what did it happen? He got policed. What's it called? He got policed. The police came after him. He just, what is it called? Swatted. He gave him $100 and said, "Hey, coffee brand coffee." It was actually kind of a fucking based move, if you ask me.
He'd insert himself into feuds, try to start businesses, more on those soon, hop from one influencer to the next one until they got tired of him.
I blocked Jeremy Hambly. Why? Because Jeremy Hambly is the rights or the anti-establishment version of the Young Turks.
And create
I don't even know what that means, brother. But you want to know what? True.
a bunch of shows while simping over his female co-hosts. All of this while constantly oversharing, e-begging, overstaffing, and occasionally going on drunk escapades live on stream and on Twitter.
More like pisscapades, am I right, guys? A pee-pee joke.
I just peed in my basement.
Well, hey, perfect. Perfect. That's just perfect.
Time, his laughable behavior built up a whole crowd of people just waiting for his next embarrassing moment, which is exactly where our other two main characters, Andy Worski and PPP of the Kino Casino, come in. Once
He's PPP. What does PPP stand for? PP poo poo? Like, what is that? That's 4 P's, actually. Sorry, guys. That was inappropriate.
they joked about his weird marriage dynamic, Jeremy had a crash out bigger than
His alleged weird marriage dynamic? Come on, guys.
Will Smith at the Oscars while trying to slap their whole channel off of the internet. Now you're all caught up to speed.
Damn. Could you just imagine if he just didn't react this way to the Kino Casino guys? None of this would have happened, man. Now he's getting himself highlighted and everybody's fucking shitting on his balls here. That's actually interesting, August. I feel like a lot of these right-wing guys would actually be kind of fun to watch if they made react content like I did. Imagine Jeremy watching Tyler Catastrophe with no content. Yeah, that's actually kind of a funny point. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's funny. Like, just like do some politics, but then also just like talk about like silly TikTok bullshit sometimes.
To start, let's take a look
Don't give him any ideas, August. I already have too much competition with myself.
at some of Jeremy's stated principles and beliefs and see how it holds up to his behavior. Now, the quarter-pounder hamburglar describes himself as a principled family man and free speech warrior.
Me too, dude. I love free speech. I'm more of a free speech paladin because I like paladins more. The class, you know.
First video on the Quartering's channel describes his want to bring people together through polite discourse rather than arguments.
Changing
I love polite discourse.
to the quartering this weekend because it feels like everybody's like pulling everyone in every other direction. And what I want to do is kind of like reassemble the human body here.
It's funny because when you hear like, and listen, I'm not against like a productive discourse or anything, but it's funny like how many times you'll hear somebody advocate for some kind of productive discourse that is part of the side that has like horrible things to say. It's like, hey, my side is like, do we really like brown people at all? And I really want to use racial slurs. Can we have productive discourse about it? Or can we have like, nice discourse about it? I really want you to listen to what I have to say, like the horrible shit that I have to say, but I want you to listen to it and take it, as if it's to be respected. I find that interesting. There's not a lot of like, oh, I'm on the left and like I just want healthcare. It's like, let's have productive discourse. No, it's like, hey guys, hey, maybe Hitler wasn't so bad. That's what these people are like. Hey, how come you won't let me sit at the table? Why are you mean to me? Why are you mean to me, dude?
Through discourse rather than arguing.
A mighty task, especially for modern political discourse, but he expertly navigates this through his videos like, "It's time to ban Indians." Best
See? What did I say? You know what I mean? What did I say? There you go. It's incredible.
by bans whites. Walmart Black Fatigue goes nuclear.
Incredible.
And of course,
And fucking incredible.
my channel is under attack. Please fucking help me. Among others. I gotta say, for a married family man, he sure does tackle a lot of sexual topics involving women. He also lacks most of the family part of the whole family man thing. Jeremy has no children, unless he means
I feel bad because it seems like Jeremy wants to have children, but his wife doesn't want to have children with him. It's pretty fucked up.
his parents, but that's
But maybe she knows something we don't.
not usually how the saying is used. Semantics aside, in my opinion, Jeremy is an unprincipled fucking coward who grifts to the right. Not only because that's where his political beliefs lie, but also because that's where he makes the most money. The best example
We love money! Woo! That's great! Money! What?
examples of him being a hypocrite come from his wishy-washy positions. Most notable for this video are his positions on free speech, which he seems to love unless that speech
Hey, free speech for me, very expensive speech for you. You know what I mean?
is criticizing or making fun of him. More on this later. Jeremy has also claimed to be against people leaking private DMs.
And this is just my side of the conversation. I don't want to like leak DMs.
Also, there's a code.
Well, you're not really supposed to leak DMs. It's kind of like a YouTuber thing. So I don't know why you would. Why would you? It's like saying that out loud is like almost a virtue signal. I don't want to leak DMs. Yeah. Yes. Good. It's true. You're not supposed to.
You don't leak private messages without permission. True. No, I would never release the DMs except for to absolve myself of like a crime.
He ends up leaking Asmongold's DMs, which don't even prove what he's claiming.
Unless,
Whoa!
of course, he's the one doing it.
I don't think I've ever shared private DMs, but in this case, I'm making my very first exception, hopefully my last, because
My very first exception by Jeremy Hambly. You guys ever heard of Final Fantasy? You guys ever heard of Final Fantasy before? Yeah, you hear the same thing on that.
it goes directly to supporting my position and debunking an active narrative against my own coverage.
Or, it's Jack Daniels.
Let's be real. He's probably drunk. All we know is that my channel's under attack. So this is what he leaked.
Oh, he also really hates cancel culture.
I don't like cancel culture.
Me too, guys. Me too. I don't like I hate cancel culture.
And I don't like to participate in it.
Yeah.
Except, when he needs to make an exception.
Watching Mega become insufferable cancel trolls is disheartening. Well, the rules have changed.
Or again,
Ooh, well, that's what happens, right? It's like it's really easy to say that you don't like something when you are when you're in that position where like it's the only thing that impacts you. Like in this instance, it's like, oh, cancel culture is so bad, but then like the right wants to cancel people. I mean, I'm not trying to get super fucking woke, but then you have like Donald Trump didn't like the joke that Jimmy Kimmel made about Charlie Kirk, because the joke was when Trump was asked about Charlie Kirk, he just said, "Oh, my ballroom's doing well," kind of a thing, right? And so he didn't like that commentary on it. But that's what it is. It's like, oh, when you're in that position of power, all of a sudden the rules change for you.
When that Henny hits. Are you starting to notice a pattern? Jeremy also seems to have this principle where if you're being harassed or being sent death threats, you have to post proof of it.
We have endured death threats.
Ooh.
Not one single piece of evidence, by the way.
But
So true, King. So true.
when it comes to death threats,
Oh my God. I challenge you right now, Amanda Stenberg, okay? I will never cover the Acolyte again if you could show me a deluge of threats on your life.
Whoa. Well, they're probably in comments, right? Like, that's probably what it is. They're probably just like, fuck you. And then they'd probably say, like, KYS, dude, fuck you. And like, that's, it's interesting.
Oh, I have death threats and they never provide any evidence.
Again, unless you're Jeremy. Those are only a few examples for now. There are plenty more that will come up throughout this video, but my point is that if Ludwig is a jellyfish, Jeremy is the whole aquarium. That made more sense on paper.
At least Ludwig tries to like stay in his own lane, you know what I mean? Kind of. I feel like most of the shit that's got him fucked is like really just with Hassan, kind of almost putting him into situations where he has to talk about stuff he doesn't necessarily want to talk about. That's kind of the issue with Hassan or Ludwig, because he's friends with Hassan. So
that was.
Do you think it would make more sense if you were like Hassan and you were friends with people like Ludwig to be like, you know what, like I'm not going to hold you to a standard of having to talk about things or defend me you might hold them to the standard of like, yo, just don't talk about it or something. But just because then people would feel more inclined to like want to associate themselves with you because they feel like they can without, you know, getting fucking deeply punished in some capacity by not like advocating the way that you want, especially if it's not a political thing. If it's non-political, you know.
Very funny. Jeremy's content has always been very bad. He's not very original, he's pretty boring, and his videos always have this dog shit layout which looks like an OBS template for the average 2010 Twitch streamer.
That's kind of funny to me because I used to have like for like a very short period of time, I had some fuck-ass template like that. Like the old channel.
There isn't anything really special to it. Hell, anybody could be the next quartering.
I am.
In fact, while I was investigating inside MTG headquarters, I actually found an employee training tape.
I bet this is super real.
Damn, he's old. Thank you, valued employee, for your interest in creating content for the quartering. This step-by-step guide.
But does he try to do stuff like that? Like have like a whole like network of people while working with him like that? I can see him doing like a Pearl Davis.
It will ensure you make the perfect video for the quartering channel. Step 1. Wait for an article containing any sort of breaking news or anything topical. Something that can contribute to a go woke, go broke narrative is preferred. Step 2.
Well, it's mostly, hey, let me watch Twitter, and then I'm gonna say something like how woke is bad. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire thing. That's why Jeremy quote unquote works every day, because he's just sitting on Twitter all the time, like constantly looking for new things to talk about. Over and over and over again. We're not even looking for things to talk about. He's just seeing shit on Twitter. Well, he is looking for it. And he's like, oh, I gotta make a video about this. Oh my god, Elon Musk farted? Fuck, I need to make a video about that.
Make sure your toys are stacked neatly behind you, like the man-child you are. Step 3. Look like shit? No need to shower. They can't smell you.
True.
But what about that
This one's based.
messy, thinning hair? Just cover it up with a trucker cap.
Alright, stop, please. Cameron, this fucking video is like attacking me. Every other criticism of the quartering is another criticism of me. Holy fuck.
Nobody will be able to
stop, dude. Stop.
Tell that you never leave the house. Step 4. Read that article while sounding like you're presenting a 5th grade essay. One take Timmy, no need to cut any stutters. Leave all that dead space and mush mouth in there.
That's kind of like me. But in my defense, we do live stream content, okay? So we don't really need to do stuff like that. It's different. Leave me alone.
You think we have time for editing?
I don't think he... Well, he has like a live show, but I don't think that he does like live content, right? Like he doesn't really... Or he has a... But yeah, like his normal stuff's not live, is it? Or am I fucking crazy? I mean, I wouldn't doubt that it was, but...
No. We got 6 more of these babies to make today. Step 5. Plug your new white label business. Step 6. Make the most obnoxious thumbnail possible with your shitty store-bought branding all over it. Step 6.
That's the most important part, I think.
Upload and repeat until you've met the quota. When you're all done, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy 2, 3, or 30 refreshing cold ones. That's just how we do it here.
Dude, I've been like dying for a fucking beer, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Just some kind of alcohol, but like I hate just drinking at home. I want to have a party, you know?
At the quartering.
It is me, dude. Fucking Cameron was like, Papa God, I really want you to watch my video. I'm not kidding. He wanted me to watch this video. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll watch it, man. I finally making time to do it. And then it's like, oh, it's basically just like fucking owning Papa Gut in disguise.
How was your weekend? The quartering's content is easily replaceable, especially since Jeremy isn't a great talker. He sounds very...
All right, I think I'm a good talker, at least. I think at least I'm a good... Fuck. At least I'm a good talker, you know?
Very dull and tired. He stutters a lot, and it could take a while for him to form an original thought.
And they immediately went into, essentially, LOL.
Okay.
Why do liberals want to keep this tribe in a primitive state? Some science project. Sorry.
Don't patronize me.
Listen, dude. Sometimes I read poor. Sometimes I read bad too.
Bitch, you're not sorry. If you were actually sorry, you would have done a second take.
That is true, but
you just the mark of lunacy is always these. There's more cameras on the scene than actual people.
True.
Like that's the reality of this.
I do be having good words.
There's more. There's more.
I feel like there's times. I feel like there's times where I fucking speak like this, dude. It's so funny.
To add insult to injury, his political know-how might be even worse than Hassan.
So if we go,
He's
boy,
zooming
I'm
in
gonna
to
expose my
Southeast
education.
Asia. Look, he's in Indonesia and Australia, for fuck's sake.
See, I would have like pre-planned if I was going to look at a map, because I don't know where the fuck anything is. Like Kino Casino probably doesn't either, but they pre-watched that clip and they're like, okay, let's make sure we know where things are on the map. That's smart. Maybe he does. Maybe he's like fucking smart as fuck or whatever. Geographically, I don't know. But yeah, he needs an editor. I thought he did. I don't know.
Chair! Look at Hannah's
see if we can
face.
find-
Bro, he's in South America.
The Strait of
He's
Hormuz.
in South America.
The Strait of Hormuz.
Is it?
Now he's
No,
in
not here. I
fucking
gotta
North
zoom out more.
America. That's the Atlantic Ocean. That's the Atlantic Ocean. You're in the wrong fucking hemisphere, you mongoloid.
What is he looking for? What's the thing called?
I couldn't. He's looking for Iran. He doesn't. He's not even. Buddy, are you fucking retarded?
Whoa!
Andy had a better idea. At least Andy knows where the Middle East fucking is.
Another thing the quartering will do
I think it's somewhere in the middle, personally.
is when his videos aren't doing very well, he'll just pay for ad space and put his videos in front of other more successful creators' videos. It's pretty pathetic.
Sounds a little smart. Okay? Sounds a little smart to me. What the fuck? All right, cool.
Jeremy's lack of originality also extends to his short form content, where he will say some shit and then play someone else's entire video without any added commentary
This is my favorite.
or change.
Cheating women never seem to like the consequences, and this is a perfect example. Check this out.
Wow, he got through that fast.
This podcast has a seemingly endless supply of dumb women, and it's crazy to see. Check this out. There's a
Check this out.
reason people think athletes are dumb. Lady, it's a mountain. Check this out. We've all had these days of work
girl,
before, but
that's on an energy drink.
So check this out.
If this video doesn't
Hey, look at my balls. Check this out.
make you want to play in traffic, I don't know what will. Let's peep this out.
Let's check this out. Okay.
My wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. So I'm going to
Fair.
win this round, and I'm going to pee.
Yeah.
If I don't win this round, I'm going to pee in my own basement. I'm ready to, I don't have a toilet down here. All I have is a drain in the floor. Oh, I'm almost about to pee my pants. I got to pee so bad. I got to pee so bad. Get up! No! Oh my God. I just peed in my basement. Look, if you want to watch a streamer that wants to pee in the potty, go watch someone else.
Make
You know, I feel like that clip it's so much more impactful, or it's more interesting to me than a lot of people is. It's more interesting to holy dude, I'm speaking like the quartering. It's more interesting to me than I think it is for other people, because knowing Jeremy's life a little bit better from like seeing so much of his content, like that is one of those moments where he just really wants to be liked by his stream, right? Like if you look at it, he doesn't have kids. His wife does. I don't think his wife wants to have kids with him. He doesn't really hang out with his wife. He's admitted he doesn't even feel close to her or anybody else. He doesn't feel like he has any actual friends. So when you see something like that, when there's like this clip of him being stupid like that, it's him trying to be funny for his stream. And I think that if somebody, like if I'd made a joke like that, even if I actually did piss in my, I mean, I have a finished bathroom in my basement, but if I said something like that, I'm a really funny guy. That's what everybody knows me for. The whole world knows me. I'm so funny. Do not contest what I'm saying or else. Okay. People probably would have laughed, but Jeremy's he's got a little tism, and he just doesn't necessarily produce the ha-has in the same way. So now everybody just relentlessly bullies him for something that like he probably meant as a joke. It just doesn't really come off as a funny joke because it's just who he is as a person. So it's kind of sad, dude.
no mistake, this is stolen.
It really is sad.
Content. But what else can you expect from someone as
Don't contest it.
lazy as Jeremy?
Stop it.
His lack of charisma is painful. It's especially noticeable in his live show, Quartering Live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Every weekday,
Hey, Base Bill O'Reilly, am I right?
Jeremy boots up a stream with his overpaid co-hosts who
Not really based on.
he attempts to flirt with, yet has
Yeah, they're girls, dude.
no chemistry with, and covers breaking news for about an hour or two. It's painful to watch.
People buy the costumes for other purposes. Like I'm sure they sell the sexy nurse costume year round, and all sorts of stuff like that. Melanie's
The
a
thing
big
is, at least for
purchaser of
me,
that.
it's the
Someone in chat says, as you get older,
It's just so awkward, dude.
Sex drive goes down. No, that's not true for me. I had to give it a reach around. I had to go up and under and use my fingers, and then it was on the back.
Personal. I don't
That's fucking crazy.
want to know that.
One of Jer-
You know what it is? This probably isn't really that bad. I don't think that the girls that he does the podcast with want to hear it though. You know, if you have that rapport with somebody and they're like down to hear that kind of shit, it's probably not that big of a deal. But it just seems like he throws these awkward moments in there, and it just doesn't really resonate with the girls that he has on the podcast. They are just not particular fans of him being kind of a fucking weird. I mean, kind of like it's really like some kind of a sex pesting to some extent.
Jeremy's biggest problems when hosting is his inability.
But I think he just thinks he's funny. I mean, I make pee-pee and poo-poo jokes all the time. I mean, I make one on my podcast. I have my wife on the Ram and Dan channel in the description. I'll make jokes like that, but that's my wife, you know?
To, well, host. I was generous when saying he's covering breaking news for an hour or two, because about half of that time is spent listening to dead air.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is
that's very, I like that. That's fun. That's entertaining.
Unless he's drunk streaming. This is where it gets a bit more entertaining. Jeremy.
I'm entertaining when I drunk stream. Sometimes I very rarely will I get drunk in the stream and just it's fun though. It's different. I'm just different. I'm just better than everybody.
He is a pure animal when there's alcohol in his system, and it especially comes out on Twitter. But when he's live.
Get up! No!
Woo boy!
Strike a combo with that Princess Warrior. This one? I don't know, the pink hair is scaring me.
Is he fucking drunk?
Oh, she's like 10. She's cute.
Jesus.
Ew, she's pregnant. I showed you guys like a girl's whole butt.
Ew, she's pregnant, he said? That's fucking gay.
There, now quit whining.
This live content magnifies another one of the Quarter Pounder's biggest problems. He is very unlikable.
I think that's really his only problem. Like he's very unlikable. You know, everything else, he probably wouldn't be so problematic if people actually liked this guy. Which is, I mean, how stupid to say, but he just doesn't have it. He doesn't really have like the funny. He doesn't have it in him. You know what I mean? Like for me, I think the biggest difference between me and the Quartering, because I have some kind of like, I'm obviously, you know, neuroatypical or whatever. But it's that I have a little bit of Jew in me. People don't know this. I have a little bit of Jew in me. And I think that's what makes you funny sometimes, right? And I'm like, I have part Ashkenazi Jew. My father was Jewish, which is the, you know, Ash part, and then my mom's German, which is the Nazi part. But the Quartering doesn't have that. So he just comes off as like this weird, awkward, like weirdo that just makes jokes that nobody understand or care for.
Throughout every space he's tried to make content in, communities where he could have thrived, he ended up pissing people off and making a big ass of himself.
Damn, that's so sad, brother.
But before he can ever finish a battle he starts, he loses the tough guy act and hides away like the big pussy that he is.
Be a mama's boy and the teacher's pet, pimple face, ass wipe, looking like they just had a
Jeremy loves to start unnecessary battles. Hell, it's the main reason we're here today. Truly.
I mean, I think like every creator has been there before, where like you pick a battle with people that aren't necessarily productive for you. So. But you think he would have learned by now?
I think he just likes pretending to be a tough guy.
Dad joke? I'm serious, stop.
He usually channels that through shit-talking people that his target right-wing audience already don't like. But when Jeremy gets
so smart guy,
it's that sweet, sweet drunk courage from his forbidden elixir, he just can't help himself. He's been doing this shit.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna just say it right now. I got a Ninja like slushy machine from Costco for like $200. They were on sale. I wanted to get 2 of them, and we're gonna this fucking at some point, probably the end of August, we're gonna have a nice big party, and we're gonna get together with some family and stuff, and we're gonna get fucked up, dude. We're gonna put alcohol in it. It's gonna be glorious, dude. It's gonna be glorious.
Shit for years. His only IRL encounter with someone he talked shit on was with a guy named Matt Loader. You see, Matt Loader is a zesty leftist who
is this the one that he called, like, made fun of for being gay or something, and the guy punched him in the face?
Jeremy had called a pedophile without evidence.
Oh, well, there you go. That does deserve a punch.
Which is, of course, another example of Jeremy's hypocrisy.
As a family man,
As a family man,
one of the worst things you can say about somebody. It's right up there with calling someone a pedophile.
That's
pedophile.
Besides the
yes, you're a pedophile. Make sure you hide your documents on your computer. That was so cringe, dude. I love myself too much.
point.
Only because I thought it was kind of funny. I thought the voice was funny, personally. I mean, I know that you guys probably didn't. But you want to know what? I was having fun. So you guys can fuck yourselves, okay? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Leave me alone.
Confronted by Matt at a bar, Jeremy tried to play nice before catching a few haymakers.
Whoa.
This is the window he punched in.
I prefer high makers instead of hay. That was the joke.
After not being able to continue to punch me.
Did Jeremy fight back like a tough guy, throw up the fisticuffs, or maybe press charges for assault? Nah, instead he...
You know, maybe that's based though, because here's my thing. I will, if I can run away, which is tough because I'm fat. I rather disengage from a confrontation because I'm not poor. Like, fighting is for poor people, I think. You know, I'm sorry, but that's like, fighting is for poor people, because like you know, if you don't have anything to lose, if you're just some gay leftist, what do you have to what do you have to lose, dude? You know what I mean? You got nothing to lose. So if I fuck with you, what the hell's happening to me, you know?
Immediately took to social media and opened a GoFundMe to fund a lawsuit against Matt Loader, claiming to be a victim of leftist political violence. Now,
oh shit, I believe him.
Now, as a content cop, I can't condone the crime of assault, but let's be clear, this wasn't political violence. Jeremy slandered this guy and got beat up for it. But being the unreliable narrator and whiny baby that he is, Jeremy decided to hype this up to raise money for this lawsuit. Which
smart, dude. Just try to get money from your audience for a lawsuit. Smart guy, huh?
He later dropped after settling for Matt to make a public apology video. It's
maybe that was expensive for him or something. I don't know.
Amazing how Jeremy ended up being the one looking gay. Other examples.
Okay.
Examples of Jeremy's cowardly behavior come from his need to insert himself into YouTube drama. Jeremy has this pattern where he will beg people to debate him, then he'll actually get the opportunity, but deny those terms and make up his own.
What the hell?
And go quiet for a bit.
Jeremy definitely fled heroically, okay? That's why he's a family man.
So then he could call them a coward for being too afraid to debate him. There are a few examples where this strategy didn't work, but my favorite by far is his feud with the Surf Times, or Lance.
Damn, he got owned by the surf guy? That's kind of crazy to me.
Lance, a bread tuber, had been talking a lot of shit about Jeremy, and after a while, aided by a few refreshing beverages, coupled with his Twitter addiction, Jeremy finally clapped back.
I think my favorite clip of the quartering is when he admits to everybody that his wife thinks that him saying everything is like woke is really cringe and he needs to stop. That's my favorite one.
He challenged Lance to a fierce debate, saying he put up $5 grand to charity, and if Lance could match it, the debate would be on. And
that's exciting.
To really rub it in, Jeremy would go on a full rampage, calling these people pussies.
Nice.
Drunk with confidence that the Surfs couldn't put up the 5K. The same night, the offer was accepted by Lance and the challenge was on. The Surfs ended up raising $40,000 for transgender mutual aid.
Nice.
8 times the amount Jeremy had challenged them to. So, how did the debate go? It didn't. Yup. Jeremy pussied out, saying that he wouldn't debate them for spreading absurd lies about him.
Here's my thing. It seems like when Jeremy gets drunk, he gets himself into problems. Like, he's like, oh, I'm a tough guy. And he's like, oh, debate me. So obviously what he needs to do is just always be drinking and not just drinking sometimes. He just always needs to be drunk. He needs to develop not an alcohol problem, but an alcohol solution. And I think that would really be beneficial for him and his brand. In my opinion, of course. That's just my opinion, though. I'm just being honest with you.
During their charity stream.
I had scheduled a debate with a harsh critic of mine. In good faith, I agreed to speak to them for charity's sake. This week, they have taken to a charity live stream and raised money spreading absurd lies about me and showing anything but good faith.
No way.
I should have known. I'll keep to my word about donating money, but this will be the last time I agree to speak to these people in good faith. I've maintained radio silence, not engaged or fired shots at them, but they simply couldn't be bothered to extend the same comedy.
Boy.
How is this real life?
Damn. What a memer. He's getting memed on, dude.
Is it? Oh my fucking god.
It goes on. Moving forward, it's pretty hilarious how these folks consider themselves so full of virtue. I wonder what the charity would think about them using the platform of raising money to help trans people was at least partly funded by harassing and bullying others.
Damn. Well, Jeremy is the ultimate victim, I think, of his own wife not wanting to have kids with him.
Oh, wow. Hypocrites, as usual.
You had the worst of BreadTube correctly calling Jeremy an absolute joke of a man. What a fucking coward. These are only a few examples, and they're pretty bad, but they don't scratch the surface of Jeremy's most recent nuclear meltdown. It's one of the most pathetic, hypocritical, cowardly displays I've ever seen on.
Is this going to be the one with Kino Casino?
Online.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Are you using a mobile app today?
I thought this was a quarter and going to McDonald's. Is that a good idea, guys, for tonight, McDonald's? Probably not. It's bad for the bones. My boner.
No.
No problem. What can I get for you?
Can I get a bull?
I'm sorry, you can get a what?
Can I get a bull, like a cuck bull?
Okay. This is so stupid. Cameron, what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Like a regular bowl?
Yeah, like a bull.
I like how he's saying bull instead of bowl.
Bowl of food?
No.
Cameron, you better know this person, I swear to fucking Christ.
What drink would you like?
Do you have vodka?
No,
Okay.
we don't. Sorry.
Now we get into what I believe a lot of you have been waiting for. Thanks to Jeremy's behavior, he's earned a following of people who gossip about and document his hypocrisy, misdeeds, and actions.
Yeah, it's a fun time though, dude. It's a fun time.
This is where two other creators come in. Ashton of the People's Populist Press, or PPP for short, and
Oh, People's Populist Press. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Andy Worski. These boys run a comedy/drama show called The Kino Casino and gained quite the following through their hilarious coverage of internet figures and lolcows like Darkside Phil, Ethan Ralph, and fucking iDubbbz.
Well, you know what? I respect the fact that the iDubbbz, that the lolcows they cover aren't people full of intellectual and developmental disabilities. A lot of people will hyper obsessed with people with like fucking autism and bullying the shit out of them. So you know what? I respect it.
Nisa Jamha's husband, iDubbbz,
Oh.
otherwise known as Ian.
That edit, and it was funny the way the edit was on her and then slide it over. There's some real like comedic timing, some
Oh shit! They like him. They like him. God bless.
comedic chops in this video. It's already made me laugh more than the real content cop.
That probably feels pretty good, man. God bless.
Their comedy can be mean-spirited. You don't have to agree with everything that they say to acknowledge the energy, effort, and entertainment value that these boys put into the show.
Jesus! What the? Jesus Christ! Where's he up?
They sound like the that MAGA guy. Not the MAGA guy. The guy who goes around and like to like different MAGA rallies and stuff, and he sings songs like "Oh, you are the Epstein Queen, young and sweet, only under 17." That's what they sound. That's what he sounds like right now. It's fucking weird as hell.
And the results speak for themselves. They get up to tens of thousands of live viewers on Kick and millions of views on YouTube across.
Whoa, are they viewbotting? I don't know how viewbotting works. I think everybody viewbots. The smart ones. It doesn't mean that they're not successful though. It just seems like the play. I don't know. Should we start viewbotting?
Across their clips. However, someone with the rage of 1,000 bulls wasn't too happy with
bulls.
this. You see, one of the many figures that the Kino Casino covers is Jeremy Hambly of TheQuartering.
As a heavy drinker myself.
That's all they got them to fucking go crazy. As a heavy drinker myself. True, based. All right.
Oh, he admits it. Finally, he has some level of self-awareness. Although you don't have to overshare like that, buddy. By the way, I thought you quit drinking.
While he was mostly quiet about it at first, over the past year, the Quarter Pounder Hamburglar has become more and more vocal about his hatred for them. Despite claiming to be an unbothered king,
The casino clowns are in full force lately. They need to stop felting random YouTubers to do something productive for once.
The fuck is felting mean? I keep seeing people say that. Is that like trolling them or something?
Once it's sad life. Hey, I mean, I think the world will always have room for that type of content, you're allowed to make fun of me. You're allowed to make fun of anyone you want.
Guys, just so you know, you're not allowed to make fun of me, okay?
So that shit doesn't bother me. I just shit out a new channel that's gonna have 100,000 subscribers at the end of the month. Like, saying somebody's a lol cow doesn't actually make them one. I let the kids have their fun. It doesn't bother me.
The worst kept secret about Jeremy is his fragility to criticism. He cannot stand it. He especially hates being made fun of.
Yeah, well, I mean, who likes to get made fun of? You know what I mean? Nobody, I don't think, unless they're like horny for it or something. So I get that. But he really doesn't do himself any favors.
And mix that with his drinking problem, and the beast comes out, which is exactly
They call us cock. Am I right, guys?
what happened 7 days after claiming to be unbothered. He likely had too much to drink and started acting tough again. Sure enough, he's asking to be on the show to confront them. What Jeremy didn't seem to understand is the more they ignore his requests, the more content they get out of him whining about it.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Which is exactly what happened.
And by the way, if you're a casino fan, tell that pussy Andy Worski to have me on a show. He talks a lot of shit about me. But
Damn. Okay, it's their term. That means you're felted. You have nothing left. You're at the felt at the table. Is that like a fucking? What is that? Is that pool? I don't understand. Time pool?
I've asked him to be on the show numerous times, and he's afraid to have me on. So if he's your hero, why don't you ask him to show you his DMs where I've been asking him for months to come on and discuss all of his gripes with me, and he refuses to have me on.
Just know so many people, have so many online grudges. It's so fun.
I don't give a shit. I think they provide a valuable service.
You see, what really seemed to...
Or is it enemy felled? Because of... Is that what it is? I'm so confused. You guys are very contradictory.
Particularly pissed Jeremy off was the Kino Casino's discussion of his bad financial decisions, and we'll touch on that a little later. Since Jeremy is always begging for money, it would be reasonable for anyone to assume that he's not great with his wallet. After a while, when Jeremy seemed to calm down,
it's gambling vernacular.
Some information would surface about Jeremy's marriage and good friend. Now, don't let Jeremy fool you. His wife isn't some secret. She's made several appearances in Jeremy's content. He posts her a lot. She's on the fucking coffee website, and Jeremy likes to...
What'd she look like?
Content. He posts her a lot.
She's cute. She looks older than I would have expected her to. Not in like a bad way. Jeremy, she just looks like an actual woman instead of like a child, you know what I mean?
She's on the fucking coffee website, and...
Damn, what the fuck is he doing flirting with other girls? No, I guess he doesn't have any fucking game even with his own wife. I guess that's the fucking problem.
Jeremy likes to share a lot of embarrassing details about their marriage and his sexual fantasies.
There's a guy at work who claimed that vegan vag didn't smell. Well, I can tell you this. My wife has been a vegetarian, and...
Maybe this is why. She's just not a big fan of him.
Can't confirm Miss Quartering is hot as fuck. Oh, Jeremy Guest has seen my wife. He's been to my home.
Devil's Triangle?
No, Jeremy Guest is... I don't know what the Devil's Triangle... What is that?
It's basically you having a threesome with another man and your wife. Yeah.
Oh, no other man. No. I'll fucking...
It's too late. You just said yeah, and it sounds fun. And that makes you gay.
Yeah, I'll fuck another guy's wife. But...
It's widely accepted that Jeremy is a cuck. And that's not necessarily just because it's a funny thing to say, but because, well, he sure does have a lot...
Do you think it's like a consensual cuck, though? Or do you think it's like a non-consensual cuck? You know what I mean?
A lot of cuck fantasies.
How much does Gina love me out of 10? Either a 9 or an 11. Which one is it?
Whoa! Is that a 9/11 joke, dude? That's fucking funny, man. You got him.
Just saying, like, I feel like Gina and I could do an excellent on-screen romance where, like, I'm the best friend. I'm like her best friend, but I pine after her. And then she just keeps banging all these other dudes. And then I'm like all sad. And then she like realizes that I was me all along, and that she comes to, and then she comes to realize it, and then we live happily ever after.
I love that.
Like, I think we could do that.
Yeah,
I think
that's amazing, Jar.
It's there. She could just keep hooking up with fit dudes, MMA dudes, and then like they don't make her laugh, you know? They don't get her. And then there's me. I'm just like, oh, hey Gina. Oh,
hey Gina, you want my wiener?
You look tired. Did you bang another dude tonight?
You look tired,
sweet,
Gina.
And then, like, my heart's breaking, you know?
That's fucking strange as hell.
And then eventually, at the end of the movie, like, you know, I'm just saying from a film perspective. I'm not saying in real life. We're both tied down. I'm just saying believable on camera.
You know what's interesting about this whole situation to me is that like when I watch the porn, I'm the guy. You know what I mean? So that's why I can't watch black guys. I'm sorry, but I don't have a black penis and it's a little too big. So I usually am the white guy. So that's my thing. But I wonder if when Jeremy watches this shit, if he's like watching it. Does that make, you know what I mean? Like he's not the guy. He's watching the guys, even in his own fantasy. I wonder if that's how he engages with this shit, because this is spectacularly fucking bizarre the way that he does this stuff. Oh my god.
So, with the information Jeremy willingly shared with the public, and him seemingly trying to fuck his female co-host before getting cock-blocked by the other.
Melanie and I will be watching the football game tonight, and Hannah Claire will probably be going somewhere family-orientated.
I can't watch football with you guys? You can. Wow. I would love that.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Wow, thanks, Melanie. I would love it.
Yeah.
It was natural for people to speculate that he and his wife have a bull. Funnily enough, Jeremy didn't seem to mind this speculation at first, other than some random seething about being called a cuck.
It's like, okay, fine, I'm a cuck. Next question.
No. Jeremy started to care.
All right, I'm a cuck, dude.
When people looked into one of his good friends, Adam. Adam is someone who Jeremy talks about quite
I was at TMI. What are you guys talking about? Come on, that's relatable as hell.
Often.
Adam, what's going on, Adam? What's up, Adam? Grape jelly. Thank you, Adam.
This is a tough boss.
You Jews are all right.
He's very active within Jeremy's community. He donates a lot, and Jeremy likes inviting him and his wife over publicly quite often, while making sexually suggestive comments about Adam's wife.
Adam, bro, bring your fucking wife's big old boobs and bring her over to our house. I want you to meet my German Shepherds. Adam knows. Adam has my number. He's super chatted. That's why he's a real G. Adam Sellers, it's 9:20. I think you could be to my house by 10. I want to see your wife's big old boobs at my house in the hot tub. Hot tub's toasty, ready for you, bud.
The bull speculation was already on. But when people started looking into Adam, not only did they find charges of battery and harassment while violating a restraining order, which he pled guilty to, but they also found his other internet activity.
Femboys.
Not only is Adam a swinger, being active in swinger subreddits like r/lacrosse Wisconsin swingers.
Lacrosse? Is that a name of Wisconsin?
But he's also an
Is that a name of Wisconsin? Is that the name of a town there? What the fuck? Lacrosse?
active user in many cucking subreddits like r/Midwest Hotwives and none other than r/Wisconsin Bulls. Yes, Adam is a bull. He's a pervert.
Right.
He's in Wisconsin. He's a bull. He's a Wisconsin bull. Through this Reddit history, Adam could be seen soliciting wives and couples to engage with. I obviously can't show these posts since they're all NSFW, but his activity has been archived. So
damn. Well, what if it's like a thing with, what if it's like a Donald Trump thing? Like if you think about it, remember like Donald Trump, he knew Epstein for 15 years, but he definitely didn't know about all the pedophile shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe it's one of those things where the quartering is best friends with a bull, but he doesn't actually know that they're a bull, right? Maybe it's that.
with all of that, it would be reasonable to wonder why Jeremy, a man who has expressed several cuck fantasies on his own, would be constantly inviting the Wisconsin bull and his wife over to his house while making sexual comments about the bull's wife if Jeremy isn't engaging in some of the Wisconsin bull's activities. So naturally, people began to wonder, including the Kino Casino.
Jeremy Hambley is a cock! Jeremy Hambley is a cuckold confirmed! His best friend Adam is a fucking
This is crazy, dude.
bull that comes over to his house every fucking week and is plowing his wife! Like he's actively hooking up and posting proof of cucking other men and being a fucking bull on Reddit. And this guy and his wife are going over to Jer's all the fucking time.
But if there's one thing this situation has taught me about Jeremy, it's that you can make fun of him. You can even make fun of his wife, but don't you fucking dare
Don't make fun of his bull boyfriend.
fun of the Wisconsin bull. Because after the Kino Casino went over Adam's public online behavior, Jeremy started freaking out on Twitter saying, apparently, one of my IRL friends is a swinger, I guess.
Dude, I feel like you would definitely know that. At the very least, be like, I know he was a swinger. But like, I don't do the swinging because there's no way you didn't know that he was a fucking swinger, dude. Give me the fucking break.
So obviously this means I have an open marriage. Sorry, weirdos. Not true. These psychos running gay ops on my friends and family, making my wife feel unsafe. It's psychotic. I know even addressing it will likely make it worse, but it's super weird. It's fucking weird that they're obsessed with my marriage. Like super weird and super.
You mess with the bull, you get his horn.
Over the line to be fucking with people who are.
Do bulls have like a red rocket? Is that inappropriate to ask? I don't know.
Not in any way public figures. Make whatever videos you want about me, but I leave my family and friends out of it.
The demon's coming out. No, don't hurt them. Don't hurt them. Don't hurt them.
Got nothing to hide, lol. In fact, I'm often told I share too much. Sorry, boys.
Does he think that's like a good thing, or I'm so confused?
Life offline is extremely milquetoast. Sadly, no time.
Me when I'm white?
Time to swing.
Notice he denies the swinging and not the cucking. This seemed to leave a lasting impression on Jeremy because over the course of Easter weekend, Jeremy would have a meltdown over the Kino Casino, again trying to appear on the show. Coincidentally, the Kino Casino Clips channel received a strike for harassment and cyberbullying.
Must have been unrelated if you think about it.
On a video promoting their
Must have been a little unrelated.
upcoming show talking about Adam's criminal past. Given Jeremy's recent meltdown that was strangely deleted right before the strike, it was already looking like Jeremy was responsible for this strike. So in order to calm the masses, Jeremy posted proof that it wasn't him, but he didn't rule out the bull. This proof was a
Maybe the bull did it, dude. You don't know.
screenshot of his report history. Well, that's fucking useless. Jeremy has like 17 different YouTube channels that we know of, and there's no—
That's smart, though. That makes it the strategy really smart, then. How do you dodge that attack? This is such a fucking asshole game.
telling how many more that we don't know of. Besides, who's to say he didn't try another route? After this, Jeremy would make himself look even more guilty by spazzing out at everyone who claimed he did it on Twitter, saying it couldn't be him. Flagging videos about him would be a full-time job. Later that day, despite the
Well, I guess if you flagged every video about you, yeah, it would be.
fact Adam himself put his full name and picture on his public Twitter used to interact with Jeremy, and that Jeremy himself refers to the bull by name publicly in his content, Adam sent a privacy complaint on the Kino Casino's video about the situation. This was almost certainly Adam, because you need to use a photo ID to submit this claim, but there's no doubt in my mind that this was per Jeremy's request. So things were already looking bad for Jeremy. Thankfully, the Clips channel got the strike removed. Now maybe Jer can finally lay low and let the—
Especially since I think that Clips channel was like a, I think it was just like a friend of theirs that was just like making money off of it by putting the clips up there, and they didn't even take any of the money from it. Like it was meant to be a, it was meant to be like a way for that guy to make money. Jeremy just like took that away from him.
The dust settle. At least for Easter.
Buddy, our channel is under attack from a poop pants cuckold.
Jesus Christ.
And his bull.
On Easter, our free speech warrior drank a couple of fireballs and started thinking he was some mob boss. A nuclear meltdown ensued, starting with his response to PPP's tweet.
You guys have spread disgusting, vile lies about my wife. You literally retweeted a Photoshop picture of her. I strongly dislike you, but would never dream of bringing your family into anything. I don't think it's crazy to expect two other grown men to understand that my wife, who is not an online person, to be left out of things. The more they push it, the more I want to become the villain they already accuse me of. If I
This is such an anime moment.
actually wanted to get them banned, easy. I don't want to do that. If these clowns keep going after my friends and family just because they don't like me, totally fine.
This is an epic Vegeta moment, in my opinion.
I will, in fact, take everything they have and never apologize for it.
You think that he thought everybody was going to be on his side for this one? He's like, dude, this is going to be so fucking based. I'm going to just see some dumbass shit. And everybody's going to go like, wow, Jeremy, you were such a fucking cool guy. You were so fucking cool, Jeremy. I love this so much.
Used to me a line. I don't give a fuck what you say about me, but these psychos are harassing my family, my wife, and my friends. They have no rules. And starting today, neither do I.
Ooh, dude, this is giving me fucking orgasms.
I never wanted to do any of this. I begged these guys to just chill and only make fun of me. They refused, and so now I have no choice.
This obviously reads as him threatening their livelihood. But then
I think it reads as really cool. Personally, I think that's really fucking cool, Jeremy. You should keep doing stuff like that. It's really horny.
decides to publicly reach out to the Kick CEO in an apparent attempt to take down their Kick channel, which is their main platform.
Smart.
And then he proceeds to directly threaten Andy Worski and PPP.
Now that you have continued to lie about me, Andy, I'll go ahead and take everything you have.
Whoa, then it didn't work. Damn. Isn't Jeremy's like, what is it? His fuck ass, his channel, like it gets, or his Kick channel, it gets like a big bump. Like it makes a lot of money because it's in a contract, but like he's not really actually justifying it with the views he gets. Like, didn't they like not renew his contract or something? I could swear that's part of it.
I have given you clowns plenty of runway, both publicly and privately. Enough is enough. Too bad. I liked you. I hope you all...
Too bad, kid. I liked you a lot.
All had an amazing...
Well, that sounds kind of weird, actually, when you say it like that.
Amazing Easter. Can't wait to get back to work tomorrow. I begged them to be reasonable. I said making fun of me is fine. First will be your YouTube, which is in violation of...
He's really got a manifesto on this. Holy fuck.
Of banning...
I didn't realize how unhinged it was.
Evasion, easy takedown, and next will be your
serious
Kick. I literally begged you two to be reasonable. I tried everything. You chose this. All I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me.
All of this while...
Jesus fuck, dude. I didn't realize it was that fucking insane. Like, what the fuck?
privately messaging the fucking owner of Kiwi Farms, trying to blackmail Andy and PPP before promising that he would go
Scorched Earth tomorrow at 12 CST.
Based?
And those DMs with the owner of Kiwi Farms would obviously get leaked. It's insane.
Taking down channels is something I've never wanted to do.
Damn, I can't believe they leaked his channel. They leaked the DMs like that. TheQuartering would never.
20 years. I honestly didn't know about my friend and his shit lol. I haven't talked to him since. I had no idea he was such a degen. My wife supports me absolutely, and their lies are literal fiction. She's the one that said to do it. I don't know why I'm even messaging you.
Why would it matter if she said to do it? Like, what does that make it? How does that make it a justifier? Because she told you that you should do it. That seems kind of like a weird. I guess he's blaming it on his wife.
You, because I know you'll sell me out anyway. It's just the old internet in me. Eddie over at Kick already added me, and if I wanted to, I could take their channel.
If I wanted to, I could fuck them. I could put my penis on them in their butt. Yeah, that makes me horny as hell. Oh, I didn't know that. That he used to have fun. So his Rumble contract ended and he lost his like front page views and accidental stuff. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that's how it worked. What is accidental traffic? Do you just get like a view, get something considered a view if they scroll over your page or something because you're on the front page?
Really don't want to, but if my wife gets one more call or text message, I'll burn it all down and my viewers will support me. Josh.
Well, I don't think they will. Does he have any viewers that like him? Like, okay, I don't understand.
We can agree. I can take their kick in YouTube, right? Like I have a non-paid YouTube rep. You know that, right? One phone call, gone. Unofficial truths. They delete the videos attacking our marriage. I never mention them again. This is a one-time offer. Just get rid of the videos claiming I let some faggot fuck my wife.
Whoa! Why is he gay now?
And they continue to make 10K a month on YouTube, and I move on. This is win-win. I can
10K a month ain't bad, dude. Come on, give me a break.
Burn it all down, lol. I have 5 years guaranteed salary at Rumble. Broker the ceasefire and everyone wins.
My guy is in his
broker the ceasefire, dude. This is fucking Israel-Palestine over here.
40s, and he just slammed his backpack down saying, "Don't come to school tomorrow." He's talking to the owner of a notorious gossip website where shit like this would get leaked in a heartbeat like a mob boss. Fucking incredible. Unsurprisingly, TheQuartering received immense backlash for this blatant
Dude, where the fuck am I supposed to go when he does that? What?
Hypocrisy and cancellation attempt. While he at first kept doubling down by trying to blame his wife for wanting the content taken down, eventually he did try to apologize a few days later by totally mischaracterizing the situation. First of all, this is Jeremy playing stupid. He knows exactly why people are talking about his wife.
I guess I'm not allowed to share stories because if I share a story, it gets turned around against me. Even though I willingly told the story, apparently I've been exposed.
Jeremy openly shares embarrassing information about himself.
Hey, he's doing like an Eminem from the 8 Mile movie, you know? Sorry. He's doing an Eminem from the 8 Mile movie. if you get to it first, and you know, you didn't really get owned.
And his wife down to a grossly
He deleted his Twitter, but his alts and still drunk text. That makes sense to me. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
intimate level, while simultaneously making sexual comments about other women, including his own employees. It's also
I bet they like it a lot, though. Just kidding, obviously.
not true that he started caring when people got his wife involved. He started caring when people talked about his spending problems, then went nuclear when the bull was mentioned. The obvious reason he doesn't mention the real reason people are saying these things about him can be seen at the bottom of his tweet. He's not apologizing to anyone. He's making a damage control post to mask the situation from his audience. Also, this absolutely wasn't the last time he talked about the situation. Jeremy says that a lot, but it fucking never ends.
Well, it's like the last time virtue signal. This is the last time I'm talking about this, okay? I'm gonna take the high ground. This is the last time I'm gonna talk about this, and then I'm gonna take the high ground. And that's that. That's it. You know, that's one of those things. It's just a fucking virtue signal at that point.
Timing of this apology is very interesting considering what happened the next day. Maybe Jeremy knew what was coming and tried getting ahead of the backlash, or maybe
tried getting ahead of the bull. That's like a bull joke. I don't know if you guys get it.
He didn't get the response he wanted. Whatever the reason, Jeremy seemingly went through with his threat as the Kino Casino Clips channel was terminated from YouTube. It seems that their channel was taken down for ban evasion, which is interestingly exactly what TheQuartering falsely accused Worski and PPP of doing. So let's suspend any rationale for a second and pretend like Jeremy wasn't directly involved with the channel's wrongful termination. Without a doubt, it would still be his fault. He was openly accusing them of ban evasion to hundreds of thousands of people online during his online meltdown. And the 0.01% chance he wasn't directly behind the flagging, he's still to blame. And regardless, the whole ban evasion thing isn't true. To explain, let me quickly talk about the example many people point to when talking about ban evasion. DJ Killer Keemstar.
Whoa! Well, I think he had someone else own his channel, so he was still able to have it. It's like it was a weird technicality. But ban evasion, I don't know. Somebody said that they had like a channel taken down, but they really didn't. It's all fucking stupid. Even if they did ban evade, who really gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Okay. Who really gives a fuck? Why was that any of his business to like highlight that? Like, who gives a shit? What is he, like the fucking YouTube police now?
The full story's a bit interesting if you're willing to take Keem's word for it, but I'll stick to what's verifiable. After Keemstar's original channel was banned, he would continue to attempt to make new channels that would be terminated for ban evasion. Because of this, a third party would operate the current Drama Alert channel so that Keemstar could still host the show without violating TOS. Many people already know this part of the story. What many people don't know is that Keemstar has been banned from YouTube for many years at this point. That's right, Keemstar can now own as many channels as he wants now, which he does. I explain this because Andy Worski and PPP don't even own the Kino Casino Clips channel, nor were they taking any profit from it.
Well, I think it may be different in this context. I mean, it doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? There's no reason to ban them anyway.
Their editor was making his living by running that channel.
Damn, he fucking hates the little guy, dude. He fucking hates the little guy. What an asshole, am I right?
On top of that, Andy Worski's old channel had been unbanned from YouTube for a while. There wasn't even a need for the loophole. So this claim of ban evasion is total nonsense and a big no-no in the creator sphere. He's criticized people for doing the exact same thing he's been doing. This is hypocrisy at what can only be described as a legendary level.
That sadly, these deplatforming campaigns work.
And since he wants to LARP as a Christian now, I wonder if he's ever read the verse in Galatians that says a man reaps what he sows. Because since he wants to act like a TOS Nazi all of a sudden by claiming the Kino Casino was ban evading, let's remember what happened to Jeremy's first channel.
And then some VC guy bought that channel from me, you know, and then I started a channel about RC cars and I sold that.
Uh-oh, Jer Bear, that's against YouTube TOS, buddy, and hold the phone, it's a bannable offense. See the game you're playing, Jeremy? You start a war of sniffing for anything you can twist and to justify taking a critic down, and they'll do the same thing to you. That's a part of why it's such a no-no anti-free speech thing to do. With that said, don't go flagging Jeremy's channel. My intention there was to point out the guy's hypocrisy, not terminate all billion of his accounts. Shortly after the
Dude, he has so many, it's fucking crazy.
termination, Jeremy seemingly gloated about it on Twitter by posting his casino-themed card, meanwhile hiding replies commenting on his flagging. That same night, Andy Worski's personal channel was also banned without warning. Jeremy predictably denied any involvement, and even went on to play victim about people false flagging him.
Wow.
Before directly addressing the terminations, however, he went on to plug Rumble, which he is under paid contract for, saying there's no better place for free speech than Rumble. Yeah, you sure.
Wow, I'm sure they loved that. I'm sure that they loved him using their platform to to plug his shit. This is just like the doxing coffee brand coffee thing. Or the swatting coffee brand coffee situation all over again.
You are a great spokesperson for free speech, huh? How ideologically bankrupt does Rumble have to be to have this guy on the payroll, which is likely his primary source of income? You can watch this video there too. I'm uploading it there too. Rumble is the hub for free speech. Meanwhile, one of their...
Can you upload videos on Rumble? What the fuck? Oh, I guess you can, now that I'm thinking about it. Upload videos on Rumble. I feel like you don't get paid like dick for fucking shit though.
Paid spokesman is out here openly attempting to deplatform other creators. I think Jeremy likes Rumble so much because it reminds him of the sounds made between the bull and his wife.
Oh, the Rumble! That's silly.
Jeremy's official last time for real, this time I swear response to this was to whine and claim that nobody was interested in the truth, then post worthless evidence.
Well, I guess if you have nothing else to say, you would just go with a conspiracy theory that nobody's actually interested in the truth.
Again, by posting one of his channel's report history. Side note, not only is this evidence worthless because, again, he owns...
Well, didn't he get caught in like, didn't he get caught showing on his screen or while he was streaming or something, looking something up, and he had this, the history of it saying that like he had a successful report go through or something?
An insane amount of channels, but also because when he was threatening to take them down in the DMs with the fucking owner of Kiwi Farms, he claimed he could easily do it through his YouTube rep. While ignoring this fact, Jeremy tries to claim victory while claiming his critics will move the goalpost and refuse to apologize. My favorite quarteringism that's on full display in this tweet is the bit where he goes, "I expected it from some of them, but it was pretty disappointing to see from others." Like anyone gives a fuck what this stinky sack of shit thinks of them. He
That's a little mean, dude. You don't have to go that far. I'm just kidding.
always says stuff like this as if he was some widely respected voice online, and I find it hilarious. After being pressed about the...
Was there a time where he ever was? Like, he seems that like he had some like seems like he had some pretty influential friends, but I guess they didn't want to associate them with him anymore because he's a fucking asshole.
fact that he's got dozens of channels, he posted the report history of 2 other channels that he owns. Unfortunately, this evidence is still worthless because this only accounts for less than 20% of his YouTube channels. Plus, those are only the channels we know of. If he's got fucking 17 public channels,
my thing is why would he have to report these channels if he had this supposed YouTube rep that could do, that could like get these guys have their channels terminated? That's what doesn't make any fucking, that's an additional thing that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. He's got all these connections, but he has to do like a regular submission. Does that make any fucking sense to anybody?
Imagine how many burners this dude has. The quartering rivals Shoe Nice when it comes to channels.
Damn, fucking Shoe Nice. That's crazy.
At a certain point, he couldn't take.
That's a fucking old, that's an old biddy there.
People pressing him on it, so he just started blocking people, including me. Jeremy then tries to pull a concern troll and sends his hopes that they get their channel back. As Jeremy continued his huge meltdown, someone with connections at YouTube was asked about the situation, and they estimated that the takedown was via an off-platform point of contact, as all the incoming user requests were denied by the automated system. During the situation, many of Jeremy's right-wing pals tried defending him. Some of them were likely
Who does he have left? Benny Johnson, what a fucking loser.
Uninformed creators trying to have another right-wingers back, while the others were just plain hypocritical.
Well, she gets paid by him, right? So I would imagine that she would have that opinion. I almost feel bad for them, but you know, they're also grifting pieces of shit, so who the fuck really feels bad for any of them? If we're being honest here, that would make a lot of sense that he would just go through like multiple avenues to try to get them taken down. That does make sense.
Regardless, it's pathetic. Fast forward to Jeremy's live stream.
Oops, not that one.
Where he accidentally reveals his recent emails with YouTube thanking him for his report. This means the quartering...
What a smart guy.
Verifiably lied about his flag history and lied again in response to claiming he was appealing an issue with one of his channels. Yeah, I'm sure the subject of an email about a monetization issue would be titled, "Thanks for your report to YouTube." It's my personal belief, given all the evidence, that not only did the Quartering's fans try to flag down the Kino Casino, are
there really Quartering fans, dude? Like, that's the thing that fucking gets me more than anything else. Quartering fans. That's fucking crazy, you know? Yeah, imagine calling yourself a Quartering fan.
Not only did Jeremy himself try flagging down their channel, but after that failed, he also called in a YouTube rep to finish the job. That's 3 charges, Big Jer. Turn around, put your hands behind your back for me. After all
Put your hands behind your back and come for me.
This, the Quartering would—
Who the fuck said that?
Continue to deny his censorship in the most pathetic way
the fuck
is possible. My favorite tweet of the bunch is,
"I've let it be for weeks, but I guess if they really—
Did he really use that picture, Cameron, or did you edit that picture in there?
Really want me to be on my villain arc, I will oblige."
There is so much more to laugh at, and it's all been archived, so if you'd like to see his full meltdown, I know the Kino Casino has talked about it on their Kick channel. And before wrapping this segment up, I'd like to ask anyone in the audience with the connection to make sure YouTube looks into those affected and getting their channel back. Not only was the Kino Casino Clips channel terminated, but a few smaller creators also got some false strikes and reports.
Really? Huh. I would have never taken Jeremy for the kind of guy that put out a bunch of a bunch of full strikes out.
If you don't have the connection, feel free to @Team YouTube on X. Usually making a big hoopla will get their attention.
Yeah, sometimes it's fucking, that's kind of the only that's kind of the only way to do it. It's actually preposterous. Sometimes like YouTube will only do stuff if there's a bunch of noise fucking offline about it, like on an off platform. Like you have to go to Twitter and like make a bunch of fucking noise for them to do anything about some stuff. It's actually super fucking obnoxious.
The few that come to mind are Rant Man, obviously the Kino Casino Clips, the Joker, and Luther Morgan. So
the Jonkler.
Please look into that, and hopefully this all gets resolved. Hopefully he doesn't come after me. My channel is under attack! Free the casino! Whoa, buddy!
All right.
What are the oranges for? Before starting this chapter, I want to make it clear that I'm perfectly fine with YouTubers starting businesses, which can include selling products. You can make some drop shipping slop with your logo on it, or make a damn chocolate bar. I don't care.
What was it drop shipping stuff? Oh,
make some drop.
I thought it was going to be a Pokemon reference to her fucking cookies. I would have the missed opportunity, Cameron.
Drop shipping slop with your logo on it, or make a damn chocolate bar. I don't care. My only caveat is that you have to be honest about it. And when it comes to Jeremy's various attempts at being a businessman, I don't believe honesty holds up. One of his earliest business ventures was Jeremy's way of making his Magic the Gathering content more profitable through an app called Game Finder. This app was designed for Magic players to be able to find each other, making it easier to set up Magic.
Wow, that's kind of cute though. If you think about it, Magic players finding each other, it's like a love thing, right? It's like they can find a love with each other. That's so beautiful.
Big games. Real nerd shit. In order to make this pitch come to life, Jeremy launched a crowdfunding campaign and raised an impressive $30,000, only to fail miserably. Why? Well, the app was quickly rendered useless through social media, and it was also poorly maintained. Game Finder's failure will hopefully serve as a valuable lesson for Jeremy's future endeavors. Hopefully, he can find a more—
Well, it doesn't really seem like this guy knows how to like do a business. He's like cosplays as a businessman. He just has a bunch of money from he has a bunch of money from his YouTube, and he kind of like uses that to invest in shit, and then it falls through, and he just has more money, you know?
Robust business model and maybe build some trust before trying to crowdfund again. Let's see how he did with his first venture into business as TheQuartering, called Exclusively Games. He pitched it as a gaming forum / news site with reviews, videos, and articles written by actual journalists. Essentially an apolitical rival to sites like Kotaku and IGN. The idea on paper isn't bad, but how is a niche YouTuber in 2018 gonna afford that? He's not.
Oh, he crowdfunds the fuck out. He crowdfunds even now, when he has the fucking money for stuff.
You are! Again, Jeremy launched an Indiegogo campaign and raised around $160,000.
Jesus Christ. What happened to Kickstarter, dude?
For the Exclusively Games project, which is 32 times the amount he asked for. What an incredible success. Naturally, the site was quickly built and Exclusively Games came to fruition, becoming a gaming news giant.
Yeah, dude. I knew it. I knew that everybody saying that it actually didn't exist was full of shit.
What I would say if I was a liar. The project failed. The two fundamental problems with this website came down to
Well, you could also say it if you actually had the ability to fucking follow through on something like that.
the promises Jeremy made when pitching the company. He promised no ads, meaning the site would be 100% fan funded. That alone made exclusively games a failure waiting to happen. You need sustainable revenue sources if you're gonna run a business. The other wild promise he made is that he wouldn't be involved in the site. Now, I know that sounds insane, but his reasoning was so that it remained apolitical. The only problem separating himself from Exclusively Games is the fact that he owns and pitched it. So essentially, Exclusively Games ran as a money incinerator Jeremy used as a fireplace until it ran out of fuel.
Well, you know what? You got to give him credit. At least he's not just wealth hoarding like everybody else. He goes through the process of losing all of his money or gaining money and then spending it on something where all of it goes away. And he pays a bunch of women to work for him because that's the only way they'll tolerate being around him. And then he doesn't hoard all that wealth. So he's actually like a super based epic socialist kind of guy.
Except when the fuel tank ran low, he ran a second fundraiser and managed to get $53,000 to keep the site afloat.
I wonder who's fucking giving him all this money, dude. It's actually just so, it's impressive to me. Like he has like no credibility whatsoever, but he still manages to get people to give him fucking money. I don't understand it. This is so weird.
Rather than fixing the foundational problems that made the site unprofitable. Naturally, 2 years after its launch, Jeremy would announce that Exclusively Games was shutting down. Yep, $210,000 of other people's money down.
I'm surprised that I'm surprised he kept going for 10 years, to be honest, or 2 years, excuse me. That's a little impressive, you know?
On the whole, with nothing to show for it 2 years later. With multiple business failures behind him, will Jeremy learn from his mistakes by being more responsible with his money? This dude is up there with DSP when it comes to finances. No wonder he's afraid of Caleb Hammer. Enter
Whoa!
the year of...
Well, he shouldn't be. Caleb's a super far right-wing grifter now, so it would make more sense for him to be pretty charitable to the guy.
Of our Lord 2022, and Jeremy would start his newest and biggest business endeavor, Coffee Brand Coffee.
I've spent the better part of the last 5 years covering companies who have gotten woke and eventually gotten broke. Well, I've sat
So does that mean that Jeremy got woke, or does that just mean that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing? Which one is it?
on the sidelines long enough, and I've decided that I was going to put my money where my mouth was and get into the game.
And start sucking.
Introducing Coffee Brand Coffee.
Yep, he started a coffee company to prove that not being woke alone is a successful business model that's definitely tried and true. Except it isn't, and Coffee Brand Coffee has been a money vacuum that Jeremy has been stuck to for the past 4 years.
Nice, God bless him, dude.
In all reality, making an anti-woke company is just as cringe as any virtue signally woke company for the same reasons. People don't like being preached to when they buy some damn Cheez-Its. The first...
I do. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. As long as it's not cheese nips, because those taste like shit. I'll take a preaching on my Cheez-Its, but no cheese nips. Those things are nasty as fuck.
kill shot to this company, other than having Jeremy fucking Hambley be the owner, is its branding. Look, I've heard some awful generic names over the years. The Container Store, Washington Commanders, the
I feel like having a nice simple name like that could have been good, you know?
Vitamin Shop. Those are some bangers. Yet somehow Coffee Brand Coffee may be stupider. First of all, you're not a retail giant or NFL team. You're an eBaying YouTuber. So expecting to get the top search result with Coffee Brand Coffee is a ballsy choice. And with a name
Maybe a little smart, dude. Maybe a little smart. Maybe really dumb. I don't know.
like that, the only way your product gets chosen is if someone mistakes it for great value at Walmart. Go to the website and you're immediately advertised a rewards club and Jeremy's ugly mug before you see a single product. In a way, it's a perfect emblem of the company. Constant shilling from this motherfucker. Because since the dawn of Coffee Brand Coffee, God, that name pisses me the fuck off, Jeremy hasn't stopped shilling it. And I'm not talking like a small call to action here and there like you'd normally see. I mean, it's everywhere. He incorporated it into his shitty OBS templates, made all sorts of videos begging for people to save the company, used the swatting of one of his friends to promote it.
That one's so fucking based, dude.
And of course, use the death of Charlie Kirk to encourage people to order a cup in his name.
Damn.
Code TheQuartering, I think, still works, but this is my coffee company. So go ahead and order and try the Kirk's name if you want. Won't bother me none. I'll still fill your order.
How powerful.
That's based, dude. That's super based. What a good guy. I think Charlie Kirk would drink that coffee. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't he?
I guess this is the cost of owning every aspect of your coffee company. Oh, that's right. So Jeremy swears on the integrity of his marriage that Coffee Brand Coffee is a legitimate coffee company that he bought, where the coffee is made in-house with his machinery, not some generic drop shipping shit like everyone else does.
This is my.
He's one of the good guys. That's basically what I'm hearing here.
My coffee company. This isn't some BS white label drop
Ain't some BS white people stuff. Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Ship garbage that a lot of other people are selling.
To prove this, he even made a video of his product being made, and for a while, a lot of people took his word for it. However, anyone who knows who Jeremy is probably smelled some shit in that cocoa and knew that this motherfucker was absolutely lying. He's been running cons since his start. No shit, it's a fucking scam.
There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does. I'm better. Drop ship my coffee.
Coffee Brand Coffee is actually a white label business that sold Mill Creek Coffee Supply at a higher price.
We roast our own special blends. We hand flavor our beans.
He doesn't roast shit.
What, do you think he pisses on them? That'd be kind of hot, no?
The company was formed at a Utah address 20 minutes away from Mill Creek Coffee Roasters, and Jeremy has been incessantly lying about it since day one to make a quick buck.
I just don't understand. Why lie, dude? Everybody loves you so much. Why not just make them in your own house like a good guy?
But to me, this isn't even the biggest part of the scam. No, the biggest lie Jeremy founded the company on is it being anti-woke, because the owner of Mill Creek Coffee Roasters is a woke woman.
Damn, typical woman, am I right?
Jeremy, how could you?
Fucking liar, you fuck.
As we pivot to our next segment, I think we should really analyze the Quartering's grift. He maximizes his revenue by capitalizing on breaking situations in the most pathetic ways possible. He couldn't even get his fucking audio right to cover the assassination attempt on the fucking president. Oh, what? Charlie Kirk's been shot? Oh, let me make 6 videos.
Guys, he might, apparently, he might be stable. Charlie Kirk might be stable right now, guys. Just so you know. Okay.
About it. Oh shit, he's dead now?
Wait, that was Tim Pool who did that, who pretended he might be stable. That was fucking insane.
Well, I'm gonna keep the other videos with out-of-date information. And when it's a slow news day, let's just talk about Disney and some women or some shit. I don't know. All while shilling his failing.
Hey, dude, Disney do be too woke.
Companies and begging for any bailout when his irresponsible spending catches up.
By your Trump
nice
loving family member.
But first,
what was he gonna say? Is he call him like an F slur?
He can waste his time making a stream that nobody watches while hitting on his uncomfortable female co-hosts.
Maybe they should get more comfortable by no longer associating with him. In not in his defense, that's like they're kind of they're kind of asking for it by being associating with him. I mean, if you fucking think about it, I don't know what to tell you.
The Quartering is on the fast path of transitioning from a niche internet micro-celebrity into the lolcow of the year for 2026.
I think he's already a lolcow at this fucking point. Let's be real.
Right now, he's still moderately successful online, but I predict it won't be lasting much longer, especially with that horrible...
Well, part of it's that, like, I don't think anybody, like, respects him or anything, so he may last longer than any of us think, because he just kind of exists. He's just like a memer, you know what I mean? Like, nobody really like enjoys his stuff. They're like, "Oh, look, shitty breaking news. I'm gonna go interact with that," you know.
Horrible views to watch time ratio. Holy shit. There are a few things I didn't touch on in this video, like his previous female co-host, the potential NDA, and more of the intricate details of his more lolcow behavior, like the time he shit his pants.
Where's the best place to shit in a Walmart? So I cut down the
I'd say in your pants, you know?
shoe aisle. Oh my god, a little came out.
But some other creators like the Kino Casino have, so go enjoy their content. That'll pretty much do it for this season of Content Cop. We've had a lot of felonies this season, especially today, but I think the biggest charge against the Quartering is him being a fucking flag.
Whoa, a flagger. That's what he said, guys. Don't say anything bad, okay? He didn't say anything mean. All right, good video. What else can I really say other than this boss is pissing me the fuck off? At least it's more fucking doable than the other one. So, God bless.